Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keep It Concise. Let's get into the show. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, ConcisetheBarber. We are here with the Keep It Concise podcast, man. Shout out everybody that's about to be tuning in, man. Shout out where you're from. I love to know where everybody's tuning in at. I know this week is going to be a crazy one for us barbers, stylists, cosmetologists, locticians, nail techs. Like everybody is going to be trying to get fresh because it's just that time of the year. Crazy busy in the shop, and we all appreciate it. We all love it. However, all those that are not barbers and stylists, and you are the ones that are going into the shops, please make sure that you are booking your appointments ahead of time, and you're not calling Christmas Eve talk about, yo, it's 8 o'clock, can I get in? So just make sure that we make this nice and smooth. And for all the barbers that are like nonstop hustling, man, make sure you take care of yourself as well. Don't go too crazy, So everybody, shout out where you're from, man. This week is going to be crazy. And when I say that, like I really mean it. Like I've been on the hush, I've been quiet. It's been some days since I posted like a real YouTube video other than these lives because I just been really like I've been in like this a cocoon of like making sure I have all of these videos ready for y'all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like every day you're going to be getting a video, and it is the Concise Awards. So let's go. I can't wait to show y'all all of this stuff. So if you're here, you're actually going to get a sneak peek of some of the thumbnails, not all of them, but some of them when it comes to the Concise Awards. But before we get into it, let me know where you're tuning in at. And if you have any Q&A, just give me a few moments. Let me get through these slides and we can go ahead and talk about some things. If you have any questions, if some of y'all are not, completely booked up or whatever like that, if you have any marketing questions, like we can talk about that as well. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let me know where you're tuning in at, and I appreciate it. But like I said, I know a lot of people going to be out and about. And that is perfectly fine. But you probably don't want to miss this one. You probably don't want to miss this one. And shout out for all those that has been signing up on the email list. What is it called? Like on my discount email list, they're actually about to be in a giveaway. For those that signed up, they're going to get an email from me. I'm going to do it like a separate live, and we're going to do a giveaway, and they will be getting a nice combo set. So shout out to them for, doing the instructions that I ask, people to do almost every live. And yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this. I have 2 thumbnails I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to talk about something else that I'm working on next year, and hopefully a lot of us will be. Hopefully a lot of us will be. So let's go ahead and get into the first slide. And if you're still getting in here, still shout out where you're from. But here we go. This is the Concise Awards Clipper of the Year thumbnail. What do y'all think is going to be the winner? What do you actually see? What you don't see? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know where you guys are at when it comes to like the Clipper of the Year. I know I've been asking y'all some things, and I know I've been telling y'all I had a lot of notes when it came all the way up to this. And trust me, I have way more like clippers that was a part of my list, but these are like the top, I don't even know, was it 8? Yeah, top 8. In a sense, it's not the top 8, but I have like a top 5 and then go from there. I just wanted to show you a nice, healthy thumbnail with some clippers. Now, one of these is the Clipper of the Year. One of them, I'm not going to tell you which one, but one of them are. And I think that some people are probably going to be surprised. Some people are probably not going to be surprised. But one thing I know is kind of, I'll say it's interesting. There's 2 things that's going on. We got the Annis Phenoms, but we don't have the Recons. But I can't say that the Recons is not in the video, but in the thumbnail, you don't see them. Also, you got the Onyx still and the Diamante. So that says a lot about JRL Clippers right there. That, they it's hard to go against what they have created. Like, you can't go wrong. Now, I know one that is really shocking is the one next to the Diamante to the left of it, which is the Super Mecca. Uh yeah, yeah. It's crazy what that clipper can do. I think Black Friday that thing was like $20. I think it was $20 on Amazon. It's crazy. Neil, what's going on, man? Good evening to you. So this is my thumbnail for the Concise Awards. Um, if you on IG, hop over to YouTube. You're gonna see everything. Diamantes, they're good, man. I did a video. I did a concise review on them. Um, I have a lot to say about them, to be honest. But this is the Concise Awards Clippers. Now let's look at the trimmers. Yes, I honestly think that I think the trimmers was actually a somewhat of a harder video to do, because trimmers are very, if y'all understand what I'm saying, like you can a lot of clippers can be amazing, right? But trimmers are very sensitive, um, on how well they really are, like straight out of the box. You know what I mean? So to me, Concise Award, Trimmer of the Year, one of these is number one. I'm not going to say which one it is, but I mean this lineup is tough. If you have all of these, I mean you're sitting on not gold but diamond. Vector motor on the Suprint. Uh, Not the Mechas, but I know they have something new that has a vector motor, I think. But yeah, a lot of people are gonna. There's some on here on this list that's been rocking for some time, like the Sabers, the Cyborgs, even now in the high vis. The high vis is a little bit OG now, right? But everything else is a healthy comparison on how I did this. So if you're on IG, you want to see the thumbnails of my Concise Awards. If I was y'all, I would go come on YouTube so y'all can see everything that I got going on. The Concise Awards, Clipper of the Year. If y'all missed it, this is the thumbnail. These are all the clippers. I might talk about some more than others, but there's a number one clipper on this. And same for the trimmer. Same for the trimmer. So for y'all, I'm curious, what is your clipper of the year and what's your trimmer of the year? What's your clipper of the year and what's your trimmer of the year? Mine's is one of these. You really can't go wrong. Oh, there's another clipper that's known in here that I know some people will probably go. I mean, they're probably gonna go crazy in the comment section. I mean, that's just something I'm kind of used to now. But there's another clipper on here that that's not. I'm curious what some people are gonna say about that. But we got some new faces. Definitely got some new faces. We got the Exceed, the Tensor one, Diamantes. Those are like the most newest faces. And when it comes to the trimmer, the JRO Diamantes, as you see, last year I think I had the Onyx trimmer, but the Diamante trimmer actually took over. Had to put that EXO2 or XO2. Somebody's been saying that I've been saying that wrong. I thought that I've been saying it right this whole time. XO2. Had to put that smooth butter trimmer on here. But yeah, this is a healthy comparison. Healthy comparison. Shout out to the brands though. Every time I think that they, not to say that they can't elevate, but somehow, some way they do. Somehow, some way they do, and I appreciate it. So let me know what's your number one clipper and trimmer so far. What you have used so far in 2025. What's something that you are continuously picking up, and that's your number one. Let me know in the chat. I'm waiting for OG to say a detachable. Matter of fact, I think I seen somebody in the comments saying there's no clipper better than a detachable clipper. And I'm telling you right now, somebody says that they're nice with a detachable. When you pick a detachable to be your number one clipper, the first thing you pick up, it got to be nice with some clippers. Anybody? If not, we can go to the next slide. I could tell y'all some other stuff I got going on in the next year. But I have each day this week, I don't know how well this is going to help my algorithm with YouTube, but if anything, I just want to offer y'all something different. Each day of the week, I'm going to try to give y'all a concise award. So we got clipper, trimmer, shaver, combo. I got the guards. I got 2 new ones I never done before. Hold on. Is that 8? Clipper, trimmer, shaver, guards. Combo of the year. 2 new ones. Oh yeah, that's 7. So for 7 days straight. Matter of fact, what video would y'all want to come out on Christmas Day? I don't think it really matter, but it's probably gonna be early. Nah, y'all gonna be with the fam. Y'all let me know what time I should let it, I should schedule it for Christmas. Like, what's a good time for y'all to watch the video? Yeah, I know some of y'all gonna be up crazy early, but let me know. Oh, I got 8. Do I have 8? I might have 8. I might have 8 videos. So Christmas Day, you want clippers of the year. What's going on, Des? Hop on over to YouTube, bro. So clippers at noon. All right, I can do that. So we're gonna do that. Clippers of the year at noon on Christmas Day. Every day we're gonna have a lineup. Now I might do tomorrow. He said, "Hello, Governor." Tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly which video I'm gonna send out, but it's gonna be around the evening time. I thought about evening time most of the days because I know we're gonna be kind of crazy busy. So I'm thinking like 8 p.m. majority of all the videos coming out. Christmas Day, I can leave it at noon, but 8 p.m. is like the time I can do. Maybe I can do the trimmer uh, award tomorrow. Then I can give you something interesting. Then I'll do guards of the year, and then I will do the clipper of the year. Then I got some other ones that I got to do. So I'll give y'all. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all the trimmer one tomorrow, trimmer of the year, and then something interesting, something new. And I think this one is like for years to come. I definitely feel like there's going to be more added. I think brands are going to probably catch on, is what I'm trying to say. So I've been really really busy. Um, it's been kind of like just having my head down, getting all this stuff ready for y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. I know some of y'all gonna come at me in the comment section about how is that your number one or how is that your number two. Some of y'all might switch it up, like your number three could be my number one, but that's perfectly fine. I think as an industry, I keep saying this that not everybody's going to have the number one clipper. Everybody is not going to agree. Somebody says that the vapor would be their number one, you know, and that's perfectly fine. So that being said, it's I want you to understand how I got to what I got to, if anything. But, at the end of the day, it's my perspective on what I used. Every clipper you see right here is stuff that I have used and more. Every hair texture, nonstop, straight out of the box, let them die, all of that jazz. Like, same thing with the trimmers. I've done the same thing. So it's just my test. But let's get to the next section. Matter of fact, for those that just got here, shout out where you from. Appreciate you, Neil, for keeping the chat booming. But everybody else, either y'all still working or y'all watching the game. But shout out where you from. But let me get to the next thing. And I think I've been talking about this for some time now, in a sense, is that if you don't know what your plans are for 2026, um, you're actually kind of like you're gonna have to play catch up. You know what I mean? Like you're playing catch up. So 2026 first semester, I said first semester. Uh the first why I can't think of that word. Quarter. The first quarter, we kind of have to have stuff like in motion. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show y'all something that I have been working on. And it's going to be interesting because when I announce it here about what to do with this information, I think it could really help some barbers out. Okay, so we got Baldwin, New York, Chicago. Shout out to Chicago and Amelia County, Virginia. You know, when you live in a county, you in the country. But nah, this is something I'm working on. Have you been working with AI? Now, I have been just in the background working with this, me and my wife actually, and you're probably going to see some stuff. You're probably going to see some stuff from me in the new year dealing with AI. And if y'all can see, man, like one of these is my shop, one of them is not, but it's kind of dope. Now, some people will say that these pictures are like, you could tell it's really, really AI until you get to this one, right? This is me in a completely different shop. I've been working with this, and honestly, I think what's going to happen is, I hinted at this before about helping barbers get to certain things in the industry and not always have to stay behind the chair. In 2026, you have to understand that, well, master the chair, very much so. But once you have mastered that, don't stay stuck. You have to keep growing. You have to understand that this chair, this barbering industry, there's so much stuff that you can learn, and another skill or whatever to help you get more income. Not just by, just services, but even, you know, uh, shear work. You can pick up, a shear class and you can work on that. Some coloring, if If you don't want to do that, you can be a content. I mean, the word they call us content creators. I just think we're creators that deal with everything via content, but same thing, content creator. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that there's so many different ways you can make money in this industry beyond the chair. So I'm trying to help people figure out what that is for them once you got to a place where you feel like you're ready for the next step. Now, I'm not saying I can't help out people that's just starting out. I mean, I have people on here right now and that I can't say I have been mentoring, but I've just been supporting their journey. So basically, this is some of the stuff that you want to learn how to do. Now, once I make my yeah, you'll know. 2026, you're going to see something completely different from what, not to say completely different from what I've been doing, but it's going to be an add-on. It's going to be an add-on other than clippers and trimmers of the year. Some of this stuff right here, working with AI is very, very important, especially in your business. It don't got to be stuff like this, but it could be behind the scenes type of stuff. Like AI could be doing some stuff. Now I know some people got chat. Some people might have Google Gemini, but there's other AI platforms that is so dope. You know what I mean? And why not learn about these things? Poncho, what's going on, bro? What's your clipper and trimmer of the year? I'm curious. Everybody, let me know. Clipper and trimmer of the year. We don't have to stay on this live for too long. But I'm curious if y'all thought about the first quarter yet. What's your plans? What's your end goal? Now, I've been working on the shop. I've been working at the shop too. I'm switching up some stuff in the shop. That's going to be a task. So I actually kind of need these days, like right after the holidays. I actually kind of need these days so I can get that done. You know, my wife, she's so happy that I'm changing colors. She's so happy I'm changing colors in my area, but it's basically for like the 2.0 version of everything that I have going on. Like what y'all just seen right here, this is 2.0 version. This is 2.0 version. Y'all gonna see though. Y'all gonna see. All right. So Poncho said trimmer all around XO2. Okay. Supreme Dark Star 85. Okay. You said Clipper, maybe Phenom. Okay, I'm not mad at that. All right, what we got over here? For me, Babyliss T45 Clipper. Mr. Williams said trimmer of the year is the Gray Wall High Vis. My clipper is the Phenom. Okay. All right, I'm not. So y'all kind of, some of y'all kind of the same. Some of y'all kind of the same. Hold on, let's go to the clipper. Let's go to the clipper. No, nobody has the JRL. Who has tried the JRL? Y'all ain't, because the JRL was last year's. That was the clipper of the year, the Onyx clipper. And this M-Force. Okay. Trimmer, high vis. Okay. So you know what? This is an interesting topic. So when it comes to the high vis, I'm surprised. Matter of fact, shout out to everybody that's speaking real strong on these high vises, because I feel like it's been a long time coming, and I've been talking about these high vises for real. Like if y'all go back way, way, way back, I'm probably one of the first people ever to say, yo, these high vises, y'all might need to watch out. Now, I don't care about being first or not. What I'm just trying to say is that I just had a feeling there was going to be something. But let me ask you this about the high vis. How do y'all use your high vises? Like the silver ones, not the black ones. I know they're the more overall one. How do y'all how do y'all use your high vis? If you just use it just for lining up, then okay. But if you use it more than that, I would love to know. Dark Star trimmer and clip. Okay. The high vis fives are for real, for real. Yeah. Hold on. I tried a Diamante clipper. It's cool, but doesn't have the versatility of the Phenom clipper. Got you. What's your favorite trimmer? Keep it real. You'll find out. I got the lineup right here. What's it? Jeffrey? Jeff? Yeah, I got the lineup right here. The Concise Awards. Actually, you'll know what my trimmer is tomorrow. You will know what my trimmer is tomorrow. So I have a certain lineup I'm going to do. Silver lineup for sure. The high vis need a brushless motor to quiet it out. See, I guess this is where I'm old school. I like that some stuff don't always sound the same. I like some stuff being rotary, brushless rotary. I like the vector. I like the magnet. I like the pivot. I like all different type of sounds. I don't know why. It's just I don't think everything needs to be brushless. That's just me though. To me, it kind of takes away some nostalgia for me. All right, let me see. That right. What do you mean that right? I use my silver high vis just for lining, and Jonah's legit. Why I feel it's the Andis too. What's the Andis? Babeless. Des, you just say Babeless. You don't even say what product of Babeless. You just say Babeless, bro. It doesn't matter. Like Babeless what? Low pros what? Like what we talking? But nah, seriously. If y'all saying a high vis trimmer just for lining up, right? Then I really have to ask how is it the trimmer of the year? I'm an OG barber. Don't get me wrong. That's a good lineup. But the Andis Enforce is the winner. And I'm sure you could agree too. The Enforce, the trimmer, the clipper of the year. I don't like brushless motors. They too fragile. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't had problems with my brush motors. You said the trimmer. Okay. Well, I'll say this. I mean, there's a few people that says that the XO2 trimmer. Now I didn't did like I feel like I did a series on it. Like respectfully, that thing is a beast. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is a beast. That blade, the XO2 blade, the cutting blade, it's nothing like it. Respectfully, it's not. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow what mine's is. Trimmer, anything of the year, anything with the X-Pro blade all around. Okay. The high vis trimmer of the year because I only use it for lining. For balding, I use my F1 blade. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So Mr. Williams, you don't use it. How can I say in every aspect that a trimmer could be used. Now, when a trimmer is specialized, I see this is where the high vis. This is what the high vis is to me. The high vis is like when you go to the doctors, but they're a specialist and they specialize just in that thing, and they're the number one doctor in that thing. That's what the high vis is to me. But if I had to say I need to go to the best doctor, period, in all aspects, I can't say that's the high vis. Just being honest. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And this when it comes to the blade, they got it locked. Yeah, and some things, in a lot of ways, yeah. The high vis is a hitter. Yeah, it is. A high vis, it do line up, not to remove bulk, right? The only reason why I haven't tried the XO2 is because I like quiet trimmers. Oh man, you do know it's a brushless motor, right? Or you didn't know? Maybe you didn't know. It's a brushless motor. It's actually one of the quietest Andis trimmers out. But Andis, you could do everything. If you have the right lineup, very much so, it could do everything. Very much so. I think that any brand, any, let me not say any brand, a lot of brands can do everything. A lot. Like there's a wall lineup, that's a beast. There's a Babeless lineup, that's a beast. There's a JRL lineup, that's a beast. Stylecraft, Gamma, a lot of brands can be a problem. How's that Gamma trimmer compared to the Sabre trimmer? That's a good question. Now we have to understand, um, same blade, right? Different motor. Gamma has a USB-C, Sabre doesn't. Both got charging docks. Sabre's quieter, but it has that OG gold blade on it. So it's a healthy comparison, but it all depends on how you like to cut hair. See, when I look at different type of motors, it depends on like what type of cut you're trying to get. So I'm like, when you test stuff, it's like I could see why people will have both. But if you had to pick one, then that's when stuff gets tricky because it all depends on how you like to cut. So for me, if I had to pick one out of out of the two, I'm picking the Sabres. I didn't know the XO2 is brushless. Yeah, bro. Now you about to make me go buy it. To me, on that lineup, one Andis, two Cyborg, three high vis, four Phenom, five 245. Oh wow. Well, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right, you said really wall? Oh yeah, you can definitely have a wall lineup. That's a problem. Like for real, for real. So let's just say it like this. Let's say you had the wall seniors, right? The wall vapor, you had the black high vis, and then you had the silver ones. With that lineup, you could do any haircut under the sun. Like you really could. Any hair texture. It, that lineup can be a beast. For real, for real. Not even trying to be funny. It really could. Or if you didn't want the OG seniors, you can do the Legend Plus that just recently came out. I love that clipper. I ain't gonna lie. Trimmer of the year. Y'all get that tomorrow. I can't wait to see what y'all gotta say. Cause I know I guess I'd be I think I just not to say I'd be different, but I test things to like a real I don't know. I test it crazy. The JRL Lambo trimmer is really not talked about for real because people can't gap the trimmer right. But gap it right, it gives a crispy line than other trimmers, but fails when it comes to taking out heavy bulk. You know what? Ty Go Crazy. That's a dope name. Let me say this. What you just said about the Lambo trimmer, I have to completely agree with you. Honestly, the Onyx trimmer, mine's was Mine was perfect. Where they were gapped at was perfect. I had no problems with it. With the Lambo trimmer, I have no problems with it. Actually, it feels really, really great in hand. And I didn't have much of a problem gapping them. But when you do gap them, this the how can I say this? The Diamante trimmer is probably the safest trimmer, one of the safest trimmers you can use due to that bracket, that bar. So it actually offers a lot, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see where it's at. We'll see where it's at. To do the front lineup, high vis and end is to remove ball. No, to do and end is to remove ball. The cyborg and 245 for the neck under the beard saber. For the neck under the beard Anderson saber. Okay. Lambo trimmer is maybe the easiest gap out of all the trimmers. The easiest. All right, let me see. It's one of the easiest. It's one of the easiest. It all depends on the type of person that like how you set stuff. Because I can gap the T45 very very quick. The no no no, and this XO2s. The Lambo trimmer, I think if you put the Enforce blade or the Murano blade, then game over. You know, here's one thing, and somebody let me know if you can do this. I'm not I'm not like always a fan of switching out uh certain blades if I cannot bring both of the blades over. Now, if I can use the Enforce blade on the Lambo trimmer, the cutting blade and the steel blade from the XO2, then okay. But if I'm switching out just the steel blade, to me that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. He said, but never mind me. I want to hear you, boss. Yeah. Tomorrow I will. What time do y'all want me to release it tomorrow? I thought about, well, tomorrow's Monday. I don't know how many of y'all work on Monday. I'm I'm working. But um I'm gonna release it tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Give us your opinion, a little sneak. Well, the little sneak is that one of these is number one. One of these is number one. You know how many trimmers there is? There's some that's missing. There's some good ones that are missing, to be honest. So, matter of fact, there's a whole set of like trimmers that you don't even see on here. A Babel's type blade goes in a rainbow motion. That's why you can't gap it close. Release between 12 and 2. Tomorrow, release it between 12 and 2. Okay. Evening, fellas. What's going on, Woodshed? Okay, give us third place now. Hold on. I hold on. Let me get my handy dandy notes. Cause I'm old school, y'all. I do stuff the old school way. Oh, that's the Clippers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How about this? How about I tell you? How about I give you this? Because there's only a top 5, right? So how many is on here? There's 8. There's 8 on here. Oh man. Man, I'm gonna get in trouble. There's one brand that has not made it on the list at all. There's one brand that did not make the list at all. No, I'm sorry, 2. There's 2 brands on this lineup that did not make it at all. Sabres will be the most consistent across the board. Will it comes down build, longevity, motor type, power, blade sharpness. Really? Really? The most consistent across the board when it comes down to build? Why build? I'm curious why build. Because if that's the case, there's for me, the Cyborgs itself is a way better build than the Sabres. That's big brother. Cyborgs is big brother. Longevity, I'm still picking the Cyborgs over the Sabre. Motor, power. Well, when it comes to power, it doesn't have the highest power on here. I think it's actually like 4th. I think the JRL Diamante has a higher power. I think the Wall High Vis has a higher power. The Exceed has a higher power, and so does the T45. Blade sharpness. Well, see, that's the interesting thing about blade sharpness is that the Cyborg and the Sabre is basically comparable. Um, the respectfully, the High Vis is the thinnest blade probably on here. The JRL is comparable to some things, and so is the T45. And I'm really think that the Too Loud, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I think even a Phenom has a thin blade. I have still to this day the Gamma Arrow X with the AXO2 with the magnet motor. I have that modification for 4 years, and that's a knife. Yeah, see, when you start doing modification, you could come up with some healthy, creative, like machines that could be a beast. You said don't forget to give us some honorable mentions. I have. I did not forget. I did not forget. Now there's some concise awards that have none. There is no honorable mentions because some of the stuff is like is that I don't even have a top 5. I have like a top 4 in one of my awards. You said Save came out in 22. You said both wall. Both wall. What wall? All right, let's do Clipper. Let's do Clipper. Hold on. You said don't forget the Coco should be on that lineup. Why? Why? Let me ask you this. Why should they be in this lineup? Why should they be in this lineup? I have no hate. I have no hate. Trust me when I say this. But why should they be on this lineup? Look, Neil peeped it. No Babeless FX1. No, no, no Babeless FX1. That's interesting, right? We came a long way. I mean, I can break that down, but why should the Coco be in the lineup? Give me one reason why. They sharp and great bleed and have great ergonomics. Okay, so let me how can I say this? Out of every trimmer that you see on here, when you say great ergonomics, right? sometimes a clipper, where is this? I can't find it. Sometimes a clipper can look like it has like nice like ergonomics, but at the same time, it really doesn't. For me, out of this whole lineup, including the Cocos would be the first ones I feel like that can slip out of my hands. Now, I would have said the Exceed trimmer, but the Exceed trimmer has a certain type of grip on them. The Cocos, they don't. That's why the Coco came out with the little grip stickers because they knew that was one of the problems is that they don't have that much grip or like just a natural hold in them. I don't like the style of them, but I'm just talking about just the natural feel and the hold. They have a great blade, but that's it. I don't like their machine. I think their machines are could be better. That's just me though. Like I don't know. I think the runtime, I think the charge time and the runtime is basically comparable. It's like kind of the same. The trimmer can get very, very loud. Um, even the price. Let me see. How much are they? I can't say even the price. I mean, I have the Exceeds up there and they're like $500. But um, I think the Coco trimmer should be at, yeah, see, it's, well, okay, somebody got it for 136. Cool. See, to me, that makes sense. Digital Gap, they came out with high, like they're almost $200. They're bugging. And I say that to some stuff, y'all. I know y'all might sound like that might sound crazy, but some stuff does not make sense. When it originally when it comes out, it some stuff just doesn't make sense. So what's going on, Bazio? So yeah, that's why I'm curious about why you said that should be on the list. But Concise Awards Trimmer of the Year is coming out tomorrow. I think everybody should stay tuned for that. And I think the blade gets hot on the Cocos, but that's another thing. So, for all those that don't know, this is a whole week of Concise Awards. Clipper, trimmer, shaver, guards, blades. Like it's gonna be an interesting week. That's why I haven't had any like videos come out lately. I actually have. I probably still have like 4 like product reviews to do, but I not to say I put them on hold, but they're somewhere going to be in the mix. What about it? Clipper will be the vapor, and trimmer will be the high vis. That's your clipper and trimmer. Okay, okay. I respect people when they have like like different products like that. I respect it. I don't own one or ever use one, so no comment. I respect that. See, when you haven't used something, you have no comment on it. I really don't have a comment on that question. Coco's only good do its updated blades in plastic on their trimmer blade, but the trimmer build is so bad and don't last. Yeah, I honestly haven't picked up one of their new versions in a while, so I only could talk about like past experience with it. They are solid to me, pretty close to high vis. Okay, I respect that. Wall is designed to last the test of time. Exceed is on the awards and the Cocos. Honorable mention is crazy. It's not crazy. It's just my list. That's all. See, that's the thing. I honestly think that how can I say this? I really think that it's healthy for us to really figure out who really like looks at things the same way we do. Cause I might not look at things the same way you do. I mean, I literally just broke down the Exceed and the Cocos. Well, the Cocos or why they're not an honorable mention. They don't do for me, they don't do anything that these trimmers cannot do. But there are some things that these trimmers do that the Cocos don't do. So that's why. I do have some honorable mentions, but the Cocos is not one of them. Just being honest. Coco's price is not good when it comes down to price longevity. They're a better trimmer that will surpass the Cocos. Yo, bro, really need your help picking out a clipper for all around. They have the Rebel for 100 and the Cyborg for 100. Which one would you pick? The Cyborg clipper or the Rebel clipper? I'm picking the Rebel. And honestly, what do you think are the best all around clipper for price? All around clipper for price? Well, what's your budget? Like when you say for price, everybody's price is different. What's your budget? Tell me, like if you saying you trying to stay at 100, then okay, I can try to help you with that. But if you trying to get past 100 just a little bit more, I could definitely tell you a healthy all around clipper. You said the list is fluid. I appreciate it. The list is fluid. It's always fluid. JRL in the building. Jonesy Cuts, what's going on? You said 100 to 200 would like to stay closer to a buck. Okay. So I'll be honest. To me, one of the best all around clippers you can get, and that's versatile, is the Annis Phenom. It's at a healthy price point. Um, I'm not sure like a lot of supply stores what they go for, but I know Andis. Let me see. Clippers. Because all around, I'm thinking about this. It's right now what they have it at is at 170, but just wait. If I use my discount code Concise10, let's see. Over there with the snacks, I hit a bag. You good? So yeah, it'd be like 160. It'd be like 162 if you got that. Now, it could be cheaper somewhere else. I'm not really sure, but I would that's a healthy all around. Um so is the JRL, and honestly the Mecca clipper is good too. That's really like under budget. Um let me see. There's something else I wanted to look up. Oh wow. Also the I didn't know this, but the T45 clippers is like around 150 to 175. I just seen. Well, 155 to the prices ranges depending on where you go, but if you Google it, you'll see that it has some sales on it. That's a good all around one too. Um, I was also thinking about the rain. Also, I seen them for like 175. I haven't used the rain clipper. I used the trimmer. I haven't used the clipper. The Exceed is new, and we don't know the longevity. I got you. Why? 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 This why? Cocos are more hyped than good advantages in a trimmer. It's just a very basic trimmer. We could debate, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy that we're coming from 1996 of having only three brands to now having more options than ever. Right, right. I respect that. Every company are stepping up their game. Yep, and I love it. I love that every company is stepping up their game. I love the competitiveness. I love it. It's like how could we not win in this industry, especially in today? You said, are those mechas really decent? They're only like 30, 40. All right, let me say it like this. I Smith. I really won't tell you about nothing that's gonna be like not worth it. I mean, you gotta think about that price, right? But I think you will probably be more surprised how well it works for that price. Like it was in my top 5 last year. And I still rock with it. Like it's a good clipper. I can't even lie. I haven't really heard any madness about the Mecca clippers. They have other clippers. Super has other clippers. They have the Obsidian and they're like the higher, but the Meccas are tried and true. The crunch on the rain is diabolical. Crazy loud. Crazy. Said right. A Super and Clipper being in that list is crazy, even though I got a pair of them. But it's just a little cheaper when it comes to most known brands. It's just a heavy white label brand, just like Stylecraft. What's crazy? The performance of it? Wait, you said even though I got a pair of them. Okay. One of the things for sure is getting harder in that decision. What you mean? I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of lost. Cozy, what's going on? I see a lot of hype about the TPO Bleed. Are they really nice like that? I'm not sure. I never used them. I mean, I can't say that people are lying, I mean, there's a lot of people that hype up a lot of stuff a lot of times. You just gotta feel like you just gotta figure out you feel like they're genuine or not at the end of the day. But I can't really say much on it. I haven't used it, but I have seen a lot of people using them. So I don't have nothing to say, about them, good or bad. Like I don't. We have so more options nowadays than ever. So just to pick one is a hard decision. Yeah, I understand that. For me, the best clipper under $100 right now is the VGR 285. Is that bumblebee looking type of is that bumblebee? Let me see. Who gonna do the comparison? Who has the VGR 285? Oh yeah, that's the bumblebee. All right. So Woodshed, if you don't mind, I will watch this video. Please do a comparison between that and the Super Mecha. I want to know who really will win that. Because I'm Team Mecha on this one. But I don't know much about the VGR 285. They got like 1,000 clippers. Super has a good mid-range of clippers and trimmers for barbers, I feel like. But they are not bad at all. Yeah. And I will say some of the stuff that I don't really care for, but the Mecha stood out to me. It stood out to me. He said, bet. Yeah. I would love to see that. I don't think I'm the only one that would love to see that. I need to know what's the best clipper under $100 between the Mecha, because I've been screaming Mecha. You saying that 285 is better? I got to see that. That's why I'm glad to catch you live, because you have used them. I know firsthand. Shout out to Philly. Also, I didn't realize you're from PA. Yeah, I'm about 2 hours. I'm about 2 hours away from Philly. But I was born outside of Philly. So shout out Philly. I don't think he hip on AliExpress clippers and trimmers. They compete with most of the brands and clippers. Well, almost. You're right. You're right. You don't even gotta. Nah, I'm not. I'm not hip. I'm not hip at all. And I express this. I feel like there's 1,000 clippers in AliExpress. I am not going through the headache of using all of those clippers. I'm not. Now you give me a healthy top 10 and then I'll test them out. Okay. But as many times I have done reviews, I have people ask me, yo, you tried the VGR 110 or the 2011? Like, yo, y'all say it like I know. I don't know these numbers. I'm not hip. Your hands are diesel. You may not like the small VGR Bumblebee. Okay. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. I can use compact clippers, but if it's OD small, it's like, all right. I'm from Mass, but I moved recently to Tampa. Moved from that cold weather. I ain't mad at you. I think the 285 on Amazon only 55. Okay. Okay. Montgomery? Nah, not Montgomery. I was Delaware County. Any other questions? And for those that came in late, I'm doing something 2026. We're gonna be working with some stuff. So y'all gonna y'all gonna see me in action somewhat, but it ain't gonna be me at the same time. You say you only try those brands if they're on Amazon. I got you. I got you. Yeah, once you start going to AliExpress, man, that stuff become a headache. Like, all right, listen, I don't mind being a product reviewer, but understand this: to try to review every clip. That's why I feel like there's room. I feel like there's room when it comes to this product review stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lane somebody can do, and I would not be like mad about it. Like, please help those that are looking for that. You get what I'm saying? You doing any giveaways? Yes, actually I am. For all those that have signed up, um, let me see, what is it called? For all those that sign up for my discounts, they are in a giveaway. For all those that has already done it, respect. For all those that didn't do it yet, it's too late. Because I said it multiple times on my live that for all those that sign up to do the discounts, they're gonna get into a giveaway. So they'll be getting an email soon. I will be going live. And yeah. So that's why I always tell people to stay in tune because you never know. I'm random like that. I like doing like giveaways and giving back. See, look. That's another one. Kimmy. Look up the Kimmy trimmer. It looks like the high vis. It can compete with that trimmer. I've seen that one. I've seen it. But I'm this. Uh this is who I am in some things, especially when it comes to these products. I'm not upset if somebody does a dupe of something, right? But if I have the original, use the original. I'm kind of okay with the original. I'm kind of okay. Now, if I get it, test it out, whatever like that, and it stands out, okay, cool. But I'm never like quick to get like something that looks just like something. That's just me though. He said, "Facts, dude, it's so hard to keep up and expensive too." Yeah, like I am not. Mm-mm. But I have some things coming up though. Woodshed, man. I think me and you got to talk because there's something I'm there's something coming up. That's the best way to put it. I'm not using too much AI because by 2020, who knows if they take my channel barber job. Take my channel barber. What you mean? What's the best edger in your opinion? Um, like all around, I have. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have a list right here. All around, I would say I have. There's about one, two, three, four, five. There's 6 healthy, easy, all around trimmers on here. I appreciate the black fist, bro. I appreciate it. The Kimmy trimmer that looks like the high vis is cool and all. Yes, I have both of these trimmers, but depending on the blade you put on the Kimmy, that joint will get hot. Okay, see that's another thing. I have tried stuff from other places, and one of the first things that happens is the blades get hot. So I'll just be like, I'm cool. Not all the times. The Mechas didn't get hot, but yeah. The traditional clipper companies have patents on the blades. That's the difference between the traditional clipper companies and the items on AliExpress. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, they have patents or they have like certain type of contracts that last a certain time, whatever like that. So that's why you could see something being made, then 2 years it could have ran out. Somebody could have started copying it, whatever like that. It's kind of the same thing with the and I could be wrong, but I think it's the same type of concept with DJI with that Osmo Pocket 3, and now there's another version of it. Um, After a certain time since DJI had it, I think it was a 2 or 3 year. It could be 2 years. After that, then another company had rights to, I think, the same type of the mold and all that jazz. Like it could be the same situation like that. That's why I always say it's not just the barbering industry. There's always somebody doing a copy and paste. I can understand that too as well. I'm just saying if you ever want to step into a different dynamic. Yeah, maybe, maybe I'll do like a series to go crazy. Like Ty go crazy. I will probably do a series on that. But to stay in that lane would be chaotic. It would be chaotic, bro. Like I'm not trying to have my basement look too crazy because I already know. Like I speak with some companies, some brands and stuff like that. That's a little bit different. But to make it like a habit all the time, it's only one of me. Everything this day on the YouTubes are AI. My bad for writing. I speak more Spanish than anything. But hope you can understand to try to write and speak two languages. Yeah, man. I respect it. I actually need to learn. Yeah. So here's the thing about AI. Let me just tell y'all this. It ain't going away. It's going to be here for some time. So if it's going to be here, you might as well learn how to master it for the necessities that you can use it for. Um, you don't have to do anything that's corrupt. You don't have to do anything that's going to take over your identity or your rights or anything of that nature. But you can use it in your business, in your systems. Even like I said on the back end of things, it can get some things done, some tasks. Like you could use it in that way. Like uh me showing myself like this. Um this is I'm gonna use this for maybe some flyers, email campaigns, just different things, but not nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Like I ain't nothing too crazy. If you ever do research, most known brands get their research for their clippers and trimmers from clipper manufactured in China. US brands either white label or private label their clippers and trimmers. Yeah, no, that's true. Um, that's true. Now I will say something. I don't know if I can, to be honest. So I won't say that. So most get their resources. Everybody gets their resources. In China, U.S. brands, either white label or private label, their clippers and trimmers. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's not interesting. It's not basic. It's how business has always been done, to be honest. But as barbers, we kind of make this like I don't know. Like, I don't know who we think we are, but it's like, yeah, everything's made in a different place. Yeah. Now, I respect those. I respect everybody, that goes about business the right way. Now, if you're doing some stuff, you know, blatantly, you know, you know, I'll pray for you. But when we get into stuff like this, it's like once you start like get in those rooms, learn that stuff. Now, do people get bought out? Like, do brands buy each other out in a sense, or there's another higher ticket that, of course, the warehouse is going to take? Stuff like that happens. Probably so. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. mm, I don't want to go biblical, but there's things that as barbers, if you're trying to create a clipper or trimmer, okay, great. You know what I mean? Dope. Get all that knowledge and all that information. But sometimes I think that we trying to open up doors that I don't know if we always really know or understand until we do it ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a really interesting thing. Now, of course, China has some, Japan has some manufacturing, Germany has some, Switzerland has some. There's a few more in other places other than China. What's the other one? Vietnam has some. So, yeah, if used correctly, nothing is wrong with AI besides it being used in movies and people don't complain about it. Or I complain about it and Lena Barbara. I mean, no, that's just what we do. Not to say we complain, but it's just we something we don't know. We speculate. We trying to see what's what. Oh, for the pictures, I totally agree, 100%. But I also have mixed feelings, feeling the creator like yourself. I could be replaced by some AI given their concise award. I got you. I got you. Well, I'll say it like this, Jeff. You can't. You, I mean, I'm too random. I'm too random. Well, I don't know. Maybe AI could, but I feel like you will know. You will know when you get the genuine me compared to uh, the AI, because the AI might respond to some stuff different than me. Like there's certain things. If anybody following me for some time, somebody can say something in the chat, and you will know that I'm not going to respond to it or not, um, or that I will. But you'll know. But I get what you're saying, though. It's a big topic when it comes to price and quality, when it comes to barbers' perspective, and it's a different perspective from being a brand or a clipper company where it's just how it's ran. Yeah, it's definitely it is a big topic, but it's also uh two different lens, right? Because when you talk about price and quality, you're coming from a consumer side. You're coming from a consumer side, and then you got the brands that are coming from a business side. They're trying to sell a product. They're trying to now I can't say every brand cares about this because not every barber cares about the same thing. Some barbers don't care about price. They don't. Majority, probably every barber cares about quality, but some barbers don't care about quality that much. They care about the price. So if they got a clipper that's like $50, but it gets the job done, it's okay with quality. It's plastic, you know what I mean? Like really not the best, but they get it gets the job done. They're cool with that. Then you got some barbers that's like, yo, I don't care what the price is. I want the best of the best. You know what I mean? So when it comes from a consumer side, I see it on both sides. I see what the brands are trying to do, and I see what barbers are trying to do. And I'm trying to be in the middle and really help everybody understand what's what. Because not do I only speak for barbers, I speak for brands as well because I understand the business side of things. Um, Nobody understands, like, okay, for example, we get upset about brands. Some of the stuff costs too much, right? But at the same time, that brand, let's just say a brand has 200 people on payroll. Let's just say hypothetically 200 people here on payroll. They got to pay. They got to pay them every month or every biweekly, whatever like that. They got to make sure that they're keeping up with all their stock inventory, whatever is broken, whatever like that. They're gonna go ahead and they have to get new orders out. They got to make sure they're keeping up with that. They got to keep up with marketing, um, and they got to keep elevating. So to me, there is a cost to that. There's a cost to that. Do we care about that? No. I'm just being honest with you. Do we care about that? No. What we care about is I want the best clipper for the best price, and that's that. That's what we care about. So I have a lens of seeing how they see things, but I also have a lens how see how we see things. It ain't always going to be the best clipper in the world for $100. That's just not that. And at the same time, you got to understand that every brand values themselves different. There's going to be a brand that values themselves in the budget lane. Then you got those that are like in the middle. But then you have those brands that feel like they're luxury. They value themselves there. They say, this is my price. This is where we are at. You get what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what lane that you fit in. Not everybody's going to sit in the same lane. So that's why I look at it on both lenses because I understand. As a barber, you want the best performing clipper you could ever get for the right price. But the right price to you could be different from everybody else. Some people don't even like, better yet, there's some people, and y'all know this because there's clients like this. There's some people that don't even like stuff that's too cheap or too less of a price. Like, yo, how much is that clipper? Oh, it's 45. 45, what's wrong with it? Your client says, yo, how much is the haircut? You say 20. Oh, why are you $20? So haircuts ain't good. You get what I'm saying? So some people value or they see high price tickets as a value. We can't change that. We're all individually different. And that's just real. Now there's some stuff that when you get it, it's like, yo, this matches what it say that it is, like the value. We all buy stuff that it's like either that we value it or not. Like how many of us got iPhones? You value that thing at what? 1,500, 14, 1,200? Some people don't. Some people got the Samsung A57. That thing was $75 at Boost Mobile. Like it's really up. You got to know who you are. You can't try to make them who you are. Find out where you fit in, and that be that. I find value in technology. Some people find value in sneakers. Some people, find value in other things like watches. There's some people that got watches that's like a stack easy. I ain't buying man. Listen, that better be a gift, but it's really up to you. And I hope that we can do this for the barbering industry as well and understand that mindset. You can't get upset with a brand because that's where they price it at. Just don't buy it. If you do not like the price off rip, then just don't buy it. But if you're curious, you want to see if it has some value to how you move and how you cut and all that, then grab it. But other than that, you can't bash another person because they want to buy something that you don't see the value in. That's just how life is. And I don't know. I'm close to 40. Like I hope that at this time that we really understand this as barbers. Like we got to think business. Kind of stop thinking like consumer. You know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts. Anyone tried the Moser pre-med? It feels different, unlike other clippers. I have a Moser clipper, but I'm not sure if it's the pre-mat. Think about it. Not complaining, but when it comes to facts, they could give people not only the price and style, but give you more information than we can. Is the JRL magnetic guard still one of the best guards? You'll see. That video is coming out soon. That Concise Award's coming out soon. For those that are just getting in here, let me go ahead and show y'all some of the thumbnails this week. This is a Concise Awards Clipper of the Year. I got Trimmer of the Year. Just stay tuned. We are all unique by God's grace, but we are dealing with the different. What you mean? There's always going to be a bridge between Clipper Brand's needs and wants and a barber's needs and wants. So I see where you come in to fill each other voids or attention. Respect. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm not saying that everything should be $1,000. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying every clipper on here. I mean, if I had to look at this price range, it is a healthy price range. You got the Mechas for like 60 or 70 right now. JRL Diamantes are what, 195. The Onyx are 169. The Tensor one is 279. My discount code, you get it for 245. By the way, the My Blaze Tensor one discount code Concise 15 at the end of the year is changing. So if you want to get that, it's changing. It's going to be a lesser discount, but you got into the end of the year. You got the Exceeds at 289 or 299. You got the Phenoms. I just looked those up. They're 179. You got the Wall Vapors for what, 169, and then you got the T45s, which I just seen for 150 to between 154 and 2 or 189. 154 to like 189 or 175. So all of this is different. All of this is different. Same thing when it comes to the trimmers. You got the XO2s. I think they're like 160. You got the Exceeds. They're like 199. The Cyborgs are 189. Sabres, 189. The JRL Diamantes, I think they are 169. You got the Phenoms, 135. You got the High-Vis, 179. You got the T45s. I think they're like 145 to like 160. So it's like, it's all different. It's really all different. But it's up to you. It's all about perspective or where you are seated at when you're sitting at the table. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this. Everybody that's on this live right now, if everybody made $500,000 a year, $500,000 a year as a barber, $500,000 a year, would you care about the prices of clippers? Like, for those that are going to be really, really honest, you make $500,000 a year, $500,000 as a barber. You work 5 days a week. Are y'all gonna say anything about the prices? So y'all know that's about $41,000 a month. Would that change your perspective? I wouldn't say anything about a price because I have the money to spend it. Like, okay. Price wouldn't matter at that point. Thank you. All I'm asking is some tax write-off. Like, all I'm asking is for some honesty, and I appreciate y'all. Like, for real. Because let's be real, not a one of us is going to be thinking about no price of some clippers if we making $40,000 a month. Matter of fact, I there's somebody on here that'll be like, yo, you know what? Y'all gonna act like it's like a pair of sneakers. Matter of fact, let me get 4 pair of them Jones. It's gonna be somebody that's just go ahead. At one point, you was like, man, it costs too much, and now you're getting 4 of them. Tools are investment and money makers. Yeah, yeah, they are. So you said probably Dez would try to Dez would probably try to have stock in Babyliss. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Dez, Dez would probably try to buy half a Babyliss or something. It's just about the position you're in. It is, man. And see, and I'm glad we're having this conversation because it's real. It's real. But we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. So this is why I say I need more of us to be business minded. It's not that the fact that some of these prices are too high. Everything is going up. Man, two things, a pack of Reese's with 2 cups in it, not even a big cup, is $3.99 right now at the store. As a barber, how are you trying to figure out how can you make more income? How can you be more valuable? That when it comes to these things that we want and desire, yo, it don't even matter because we got ourselves to a certain place. It's that for me that I want a barbers that have more thought process on than saying, well, this costs too much. There's no such thing in my eyes that something literally costs too much. Well, let me just say it like this. There's if I don't find value, like okay, there's a clipper on here. Let's just say the Exceed trimmer. The Exceed trimmer is a little bit up there in price. Some people are gonna look at that price and say, "Oh no, I'm not paying that," because when it comes to that trimmer, you don't find value in it, and that's okay. But the JRL can be the same exact price as the Exceed, and you like, I gotta get that thing, man. I like how they build their tools. So we figure it out a way. It's all about like getting to the next level. So these conversations, especially about price, is not a thing. Now, quality, we could always have a quality conversation. We can always have a quality conversation. It's just sometimes the price. There's too many things out there. You can get a trimmer right now for $40 somewhere. You know how many posts I've seen people go on like Facebook and Instagram talking about they just went to Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and they buying all these clippers. Like, is it? And here's the thing. Let's say the clippers like half off. Let's say it's half off, right? Let's say at Ross it's 69.99, right? And there's 3 of them. That's $210. They bought all 3, but the original price of it was 150, 160. So you're gonna pay more because you're getting more, right? It's not because of the fact that it was 150. You just didn't value one of them at 150. Somebody will always pay the asking price. Yeah. Bro, not even trying to be like that. I'm not in this market at all, but there are some cards. Somebody told me this, showed me the other day. There are what's it, Gary V? There are some Gary V cards that is like worth 3 grand. 3 grand. Like it's a card. Like I don't know if it's a playing card. I don't know if it's like a Pokemon card. I don't know what kind of card it is, but I seen it 3 grand. He was like, "Oh, it's only one out of six of these made." Like, but what 3 grand? Somebody values that. I wouldn't. That thing could have been worth $75, and I wouldn't buy it just because I don't see no value in it. Now, if I knew it was worth 3 grand, then yeah. But you get what I'm saying. 100,000 a year, barber will not have a problem with a price and care about quality or branding. 30 to $50 barber will have a problem with price, will complain and care with cheap prices. I mean, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Any more questions? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off because I gotta get up early. I got a lot. I got a lot to do. But between 12 and 2, the trimmer, let me see, where's that? No, that ain't it. Yeah, the trimmer award is gonna be coming out. I can't wait to see what y'all gotta say about that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Probably need to check my email. That's probably why. Any other questions? Mm. Not mine's. They didn't make my lineup. They probably made somebody else's, but they didn't make my lineup. Okay. Concise, what's up, brother? Been watching for a little bit. Love the vids, bro. Appreciate that, Krillin. Appreciate that. Shout out to uh Dragon Ball. Shout out to Dragon Ball. Coco have QC problems and are just your very basic bill for a trimmer. Yeah, I mean, people gonna have different perspective. You know what I mean? For me, I don't. I had the Velocity, and then I had the trimmers before that. I didn't care for them. They got loud on me and hot. I just yeah, and I didn't like the feel of them. Those trimmers were the trimmers that literally like as I'm using them slipped out of my hand, had to catch them and almost like basically cut myself. And not only once did that happen. One time it wasn't. I was just cleaning them and I was brushing and boom, slipped out of my hand. Now I had huge hands, like I can't big hands. I could palm a basketball like it's easy. And those are the only trimmers. Not no, they're not the only trimmers. I would say what is it? The Instinct X trimmer. I don't like them either. But yeah, but I'm gonna get going, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Honorable mentions will be mentioned in some of the award categories. Not all of them, but I think the trimmer has honorable mentions. So you will see that. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and get going so I can get this stuff out to y'all. Y'all be safe this week. Take care of yourself. Don't go too crazy. Uh, Pray over your chair. Pray over your business. Pray over your family. Make sure everybody stays safe. And let's continue to keep grinding. Make sure that we're elevating next year. Hopefully, you guys are investing in some things that's going to better your future. Yeah, and let's just keep going and keep grinding. But this is just something I wanted to do for y'all. Give y'all something throughout the week as barber. So Concise Awards trilogy is coming. So y'all be blessed and y'all take it easy.